Welcome to Journey with Scriptures, where Bible and life meet together. My name is Peter. Today we celebrate the fourth Sunday of Lent, and our theme is Two Brothers and Their Good Father. Enjoy this episode, share it with others. God bless.
After 400 years of slavery and 40 years of wandering, Israel at last arrived home to the promised land. Today I have removed the reproach of Egypt from you. Today also the younger brother comes back home, and the shame of his slavery is removed as well. The old things have passed away. The Israelites celebrate their first Passover since they left Egypt and eat the fruits of the land. The younger son joins the homecoming party prepared for him by his father, and can finally eat to his heart's content. Behold, new things have come. But there is a problem. He has an older brother who does not want to share that festive meal. A man had two sons, the Pharisees and the scribes, the older son, the tax collectors and the sinners, the younger son. The theme of two brothers is present on the pages of the Holy Scriptures from the beginning. Cain and Abel, Ishmael and Isaac, Esau and Jacob. We see this motif in the story of Joseph and his brothers as well. Jealousy and hatred nearly tore the family of Jacob apart. Unfortunately, we face the same problem in our lives, communities, churches, nations, and the world. The younger brother asks for his inheritance while his father is still alive, which, in the view of some scholars, implies a wish that the father was dead. What could lead him to such a decision? He gets what he wants and goes to a distant country, free at last. But free from what? His pseudo-freedom ends tragically. Both his inheritance and his dignity are lost. Unfortunately, many have followed his example. Do we prefer the freedom of God's children or the slavery of life without God? His decision to come home begins with coming to his senses, and his journey home is compared to resurrection. He's ready to confess his sin and face the consequences of his choice. Will the 21st century man follow this example? Jesus stuns us by describing the behavior of the father. Upon seeing his son, he's moved with compassion. He runs to him, falls on his neck, and fervently kisses him. Then he restores his son's lost filial dignity and celebrates his homecoming with a feast. It is indeed good news for all sinners who are still in a distant country, far from God. Now, the elder brother sees things differently. He compares his years of obedient service to his brother's sinful past. Look, all these years I served you, and not once did I disobey your orders. The father does not question his son's loyalty. He even assures him, "My son, you are here with me always. Everything I have is yours." But his younger brother is also his father's son, and his father loves them both. Will the older brother join the celebration and welcome his lost younger brother home? The purpose of this parable was to move the hearts of the Pharisees and scribes. It explains Jesus' compassionate attitude towards sinners. In the process, Jesus acts. He reveals the Father. This revelation of God's love for sinners reaches its highest point on the cross. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Did the Pharisees hear Jesus pleading and join their younger brother's homecoming party? One did. His name was Saul of Tarsus, who, considering himself blameless according to the law, was persecuting the followers of Christ. But then he experienced the newness of life by embracing his brothers and sisters, those he persecuted, today known as St. Paul and the apostle to the Gentiles. He pleads with all of us. We implore you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God. Will we answer this plea?